everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I'm going to be doing a new moon in Libra reading for October 16th, I believe it is, 2020. Yes, October 16th new moon reading, and we're going to see what comes up. But I was looking at different decks to use, getting guidance on what decks to use, and I got guided because the reading that I have doesn't have a placement for love specifically. So there is energies around us entering the moon. Healing this moon is going to bring what is hidden at this time. Doors this moon will open. What is the best seed of energy to plant at this moon, and angels' advice for this moon. So we're going to add some cards to it as we go. And I'm going to start with a card from the Love and Tragedy Oracle. And we're going to see what messages come from that. And I'll be adding a healing card to the healing placement, what's healing at this time, along with, whatever card comes up after I shuffle the deck that we're going to be using. And we're going to be using Colette Baron Reed's, can't remember the name of this, Wisdom Oracle. It is the Wisdom of the Oracle is the name of the deck. And I'm going to also be opening with another card from the Shapeshifters, because I do believe this is a blue moon and this has a blue moon on it. So I got guided to this one as well for that blue moon. So there's going to be like a blue moon message. So this will be something that will happen between the new moon and the blue moon. So we're going to put a time thing on it. So something that comes from this message is going to occur for us or for you by the 31st, and that is the second full moon of October, and it's also Halloween. So it's going to be an interesting energy that we've already entered into, for that matter. So I'm kind of just interested in these cards. Not all of them have. I just noticed that not every one of these cards has the names on it. Okay, so that being said, and that introduction's going on a good while already, I can see. We're going to see what comes for love for the new moon. New moon love energy. So we're going to just be adding some stuff here. And I feel it's these three, actually. We're going to have like a little love new moon reading. And I'm probably going to need to use my glasses. Okay, so we have soulmate, which I'm not surprised. I have to chuckle. I'm going to read it. So we're going to let you look at it, and I'm going to read it. I got to pull it back here because I have to look at it a certain way because it's hard to see the text on these. I love this deck, don't get me wrong, but it's hard for my older eyes to see the text on these. So I'm going to read it to us, and it says, soulmate, he falls back into her, nesting his head against her. She is his peace. As he rests against her, she leans down and cradles her cheek into his mirroring each other. They are one, two wholes that merge to create a whole. This is your person. With them, you feel whole, complete, and your love runs so deep between the both of you. So soulmate energy is coming up, which again, I'm not the least bit surprised. And we have waiting. And I'm going to read it. And it says, she waits patiently, her fingers gently feeling the satin thread that binds them together. She knows he will come, but the waiting is killing her. Timing is an important factor in life. We all have to go through times where we have to wait. Show patience and let life and the universe do as they wish. And so she waits for him, knowing that she too has things she must finalize before they meet again and they can finally come together. And honestly, when I was reading that, at the bottom, I could have sworn it said, before they melt together again. And I have no idea why I saw it that way, because there's no word together. So I guess because I was thinking it because of this first one. But there's a waiting energy here with soulmate, but it's also a time where people have to deal with their own lives and they have to finalize things and they have their own issues and lives going on. And so there's a waiting period of coming together. It feels like a three of this feels like 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands kind of energy. And the last one is ready. And it can be that there's a waiting period for things to be ready. Sometimes behind the scenes, the universe has to do things too. I mean, we have our lives that we're dealing with here in the 3D, but we have our soul selves, and our souls are connecting and bringing things together behind the scenes for everything to kind of come together. So we have to be faithful in that energy. We have to be in that knowing. And we have to be in the knowing that love always comes. And I just had that. I just put a post up that we are love, so we can never be without it. And so if you are waiting for a soulmate to come into your life, one that you know or that you haven't met yet, just know that you are love. Embody the love that you are, and try to get into that energy as much as you possibly can. And I'm going to read this one. I'm going to hold it up. These are beautiful cards. Like I said, but it's just my my eyesight. It says, it has been a long journey, wondering where he was, if he would ever come for her. She closed herself off from the pain, but now in this moment, she was ready to open up again. Okay, her shield has been lifted, an offering has been made. She releases the energies and hopes contained for so long. She calls out to him now, finally ready for him to arrive. And so it's a, you know, it's a message here of, are you ready for that soulmate? Have you arranged your energy? Is your life in order for a soulmate? You know, when you invite somebody in and you're trying to manifest somebody into your life, you know, that's a good concept in your mind, because you can be like thinking about it, fantasizing about it, wanting that companionship. But when it enters, is your life ready? Because there can be like a jarring effect when it comes, that person finally comes on the scene. You can be like completely in shock, like, I can't believe this feels like my person. This is my person, but there's other things that you haven't really taken care of. So if there is that waiting period, what I'm saying here is, get your affairs in order. Use that time wisely. Get things in order for that person to come in. And, you know, well, I'm not going to get too far into that, but that's the message. I'm not surprised that came up that way. Soulmate energy is like, wow, it's been coming a lot. Okay, so we're going to also get a message before the new moon to the full moon, which I believe is considered a blue moon, because it's once in a blue moon that 2 moons come in a month. I am going to show where I cut, and I have the fairy bee, my life is sweet, and I am reborn. So there is an energy of rebirth, which has also been coming up. And so a reminder that our lives are sweet. Our lives are good and complete without another person. That person is not there to complete us. That person is there to accompany us and to bring in more, you know, like companionship and someone to share our good lives with, not to make our lives good. It's someone to share our good lives with, not to make our lives good. So it's to be in that energy and in that knowing. Focusing on the new moon in Libra to the full moon, which is a blue moon at the end of the month. What message wants to come from the shapeshifters? What do they want us to know is going to occur? What's going to come for us? And this is definitely it. Yeah, childhood treasures resurface. And am I surprised to see this one? No, I'm not. It's like, okay. Undercurrent is Poison's daughter. You have been given everything you need, and it's sea energy, which I love to see, because for me, this is a feeling of returning to somewhere that feels familiar. This is like a 6 of Cups type of energy, and the top one was a mermaid and the turtle woman. An elder will teach you. 25. 25 for me is Saint Nicholas energy. So I feel like a gift coming in this energy here for us. And we have, this is like a magician energy to me. Like when we have everything we need, we have the magician's energy. We have all the elements. We have all the tools. We have the willpower. We have the determination. Universe has supplied everything, kind of lined it up. Know that the waiting has been for you to be ready. The waiting period for a person to come in, and it could be somebody from your past returning, and it could be somebody from past life. It's definitely going to feel like somebody familiar. And like I was saying, for me, this is going to be my return to where my soul's home is, and I feel that familiarity just in that area in general. So for me, that's what this card would indicate. But outside of that, by the full moon, the blue moon is going to bring this feeling up. It's going to could bring a little literal person in that you've already known in this life, could bring them back. It could be somebody that enters your life from a past life. But this energy has been coming up a darn good bit. And for me, I love seeing the sea energy in both of these cards because it's just a confirmation of my return to where my soul's home is guiding me to. Okay, so we're going to do the reading with this deck. I'm going to put these aside. So very interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Dinosaur friends. Childhood treasures resurface. This one fell out, new life. So it could be a new start, a restart. Maybe I will do a little bit of a, I am gonna take a little peek for those that are, I'm feeling like there's more of a message here for someone. I'm gonna just take a little peek in the booklet. 15 is the devil card in the tarot. And devil is also, now I know this is a strange way around it, but devil is Capricorn time frame, and Capricorn is when Christmas is. And so there is an element here again of Christmas with that 25. I'm getting a Capricorn vibe. Doesn't mean that person is a Capricorn, but I'm getting a gift in this. Like this is a gift from St. Nicholas. This is a gift from the universe being given to us. Everything's kind of come into alignment. I feel like the stars have aligned. I feel very much like everything kind of coming into place. It says, a childhood friend. Okay, well, I'm going to read a little bit backward here. It says, about dinosaur friends, these fascinating, quirky familiars, and they use the word familiars, which is another thing, arrive to ask you to pay attention to the beautiful treasures buried in your memory, even in reality, suffocating the old chests and stuffed aways in drawers. Okay. And even in reality, suffocating in old chests and stuffed away in drawers. It is time to rediscover something discarded. Oh God, that brought up a song that just came. What was it? Rediscovering You, Girl. Stand By Me. Oh, I'm Forever Yours Faithfully. That's the song that was, oh my gosh, it was stuck in my head. I was trying to go to sleep. Was that last night? I was trying to go to sleep. That song, and it's right there. It is time to rediscover, and that was the verse. Through space and time, from that point on the song on, it's journey. I think it is journey. What is it? Forever Yours Faithfully. That's the song, and it just came up again. Rediscover something discarded, and when you reclaim it, and its worth, you can either keep it, share it, give it away, or recreate something from it. But you must touch it, feel it, know it again. You are being reminded by these ancient ones that childhood friends know your ancient history. Reconnecting with them can reawaken potentials you have shut down for some time. Your talents and imaginings of your younger days can be revisited and restored. Okay, this feels very past life to me. Could be a person that you've known in this life from the past or your childhood, but you're going to rediscover. Even if it's past life, you're going to feel very familiar. You're going to feel that, whether you have words or language for it or not, you're going to feel that that knowing of that person, and you're going to rediscover who you are in this life. But your souls know each other, and your souls are attracted to each other, and that's what's bringing you together. It's a soul recognition, and then it's a rediscovery of who you are in this form. So it feels very, because it's saying ancient history, you are being reminded of the ancient ones. So it does feel very past life, but it could be somebody from this life. Do this and they will send you so many messages to share. Okay. A childhood friend from long ago returns. They know your history. They know your history. So there's DNA. There's like, you go back many lifetimes. You could have had families in many lifetimes ago, or in many lifetimes, you could have been together and had children, and there's just the ancestry energy there. They know your history, and so at some level energetically you sense it. Doesn't mean it's going to come consciously and you're going to process all this consciously, because it would probably be way too much for your brain to handle, but there is something within you that just kind of knows. You may be about to see people from your past, visit an old family home, head to a reunion, or just have an unexpected encounter with something that brings back a very strong memory. Okay, so for me, this is a return to my soul's home, and there could be something there that I connect with again that's feeling very, very familiar to me. But for me, it's kind of like a place. But for others, this could be a soulmate and the energy. So, and again, I feel a lot of past life. And I'm sure, because of where I'm being drawn and how much comfort it brings me there, I'm sure I was there in a past life. So maybe I rediscover something about that, or I remember something. Sometimes when I'm there, I have, when I'm in that space, I have a lot of stronger prophetic dreams there. And so perhaps something will come up in memory for me there. But that's just this is like poised like the new life again. That's like the, I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm going to put that down. Okay, because this is going to be a longer reading because I'm already going on with the opening messages. But these messages with childhood friends, that will happen by the blue moon, which is interesting because I should be, or I will be, back in that space by that time. So it's rather interesting. Okay, they're saying no. Okay, our undercurrent, which is our superpower, is peace. They wanted me to look at it first. So peace is our superpower, being in peace, which can come from being present. If we can be as present as we can possibly be, that brings us a sense of peace. Energy surrounding us entering this moon. This is the new moon, and this is why. So for me, this is answers to questions. And looking for questions. I've got enough questions. I don't need to find any more. But this is about looking for answers to questions that we may have. But in combination with our opening messages, we may start discovering from this new moon to the full moon, the blue moon perhaps, we may be starting to uncover answers to a familiar feeling or a familiar place or a familiar person or a familiar memory or a dream that comes up and stirs something up or points to something in our future. So we're uncovering, we're getting information. This book has wings on it. So we're entering into this moon, getting information from spirit, getting information from the angels and our guides and our soul self, our higher selves, to questions and like things we've been questioning and pondering. And it could be about our past, okay, is coming in. So I'm not going to read from the book because I don't feel it's necessary. And it's even indicating the 31st. So I feel like something that you've been wondering about, wanting to know, information, communication, anything that's in a written form could be coming to you as well by the 31st because it's on this card. But I'm just putting that out there. But there's a lot of illumination here and you're able to tangibly touch this. This is coming as a gift to us. I feel like energies around us entering this new moon is we're going to start getting information that we've been wanting and wondering why maybe we've waited. Why has this taken so long? Questioning things. We're getting that information. Healing that this moon is going to bring us, and it was in reverse, chaos and conflict. It's going to help us with any, and it's number 33, it's going to help us with any feelings of chaos and conflict that we've been going through, which can create us asking why. Why has this happened to me? Why is this occurring? Any of these things. So any conflict and chaos that we have been in and have been enduring is going to help heal that energy. So I'm going to pull another healing card just to see what comes. What healing is this new moon going to bring us? Spirit. I feel it's this one. And it's sexuality. So the sacral chakra, and it's funny, this card is kind of orange and sacral chakra as well. So it's going to help heal sacral chakra issues. So that's creativity, sexuality. Number 4 is stability as well. So I'm just going to let it at that. Yeah, and maybe a soulmate comes in from past life and helps heal this energy as well. So, but there is an issue here of sexuality that will also be healing. It could have created chaos and conflict in your life, too. There are many issues that are, encompass that energy, and I'm not going to get into them. If you have that, you know that. And so this is something that's going to come up for release and something that's going to be coming up for being healed. What is hidden from us at this time? And it is yang. It was also in reverse. So this is action. This is a masculine energy too. Number one. Number one is the magician, which is like the feeling that I got from this card, which is interesting. So what is hidden at this time is passion energy. So that could have to do with sexuality. Maybe you're not feeling passionate. Maybe your partner's not feeling passionate. Maybe you're not feeling excited about life in general. But it is hidden. And it being the masculine, it can be that there is a masculine that's hidden. Maybe that could be your soulmate. A lot of people that come to these readings are feminine. So it could be the masculine is yet not been revealed to you. Maybe there's somebody that is, again, coming in from a past life that you have not even met into your life. And so that is something that is hidden. So it could be any of these energies. Passion, excitement can be hidden. An actual person can be hidden. The force and the will of movement energy with the magician could be hidden a bit. But it feels it could be mostly like masculine energy. And they masculines take energy. The moon energy, the yin kind of is receptive. So there's a hidden energy of, action and movement coming in as well. Doors that this moon will open. And his TikTok, that's so funny. It's timing and time, divine timing. I'm hearing doors that will open, and I've just been having that this time as well. It's kind of funny. I'm not going to get into that, but and we have 30 here, so 30th could be an important date. 30th, 31st. We started with 31st, so that could be an important date. It says 10. It says 7 or 8 after 10 too, so it could be timing. I don't know. I just always give the numbers I see when I see timing. But this is the door that's open. It's like divine timing. It's time to move, because when we see that with the yang, it's time to take action. It's time to get moving on something. It's time for this to happen now. The answers, it's time for the answers to be provided. It's time to heal any issues that we're dealing with and move forward in our lives. And so the doors that are opening is divine timing, movement, and action. What is the best seed of energy to plant this new moon? And again, clean it up. So cleaning up anything that we have created in our lives that are creating blockages. And, a lot of people will say, like, there's something outside of myself that's keeping me from moving forward. But oftentimes it's our own thought patterns. It's things that we haven't healed from the past. It's projecting out things into the future out of fear that kind of can create roadblocks. So it's cleaning up our messes, to plant a seed to clean up our messes. So getting our things in order, getting our relationships in order, getting our finances in order. Anything that is not in order or is messy, clean it up. It could literally be to clean up your home, any of these energies. So if you haven't had the energy, the yang energy that's hidden to do these things, plant the seed of energies. Plant the seed for this with this moon to be able to clean up any messes in your life, whether they be energetic, physical, mental, emotional, what have you. Okay, this is a good moon to do that, to clean up past messes. Angel's advice for this moon, and we have observer, which is interesting. I'm going to pull another one because I feel, and it's time to go. So this is like sussing out time. It's like the feeling of waiting and going, just like we have seen here. That's like we've had the wait, and now it's time to go. And I'm going to pull one more, and it's the fates. Because I wanted to kind of get like a 3-card reading. And it is the fate. But what is fated, it has to come in divine timing. And it's like all the stars are aligning. And it's like you have waited and observed and watched things for, a period. And I'm hearing the word being objective, distancing ourselves from something to be objective. So if somebody has left or walked away or moved away from you, they've kind of distanced to get some perspective. But there is a sense here, and this is even 17, the star card in tarot. So there is a sense here of healing with that too, with the star card, but also destiny and fate. So it's to allow for that like I'm getting like an ebb and flow kind of feeling here. Knowing when to move, when to take action, giving space to get an objective perspective on something, and to be able to suss out better timing too. Not everyone, because this is the energy that was hidden. Not everyone is always doing things with knee-jerk reaction. Some people need time and space to kind of gather their thoughts, clean up their emotional house, so to speak, to formulate a plan. Some people are not like reactive gut, like this is like a gut reaction, like an impulse kind of feeling when it's going too fast. So I feel like there's a message here. Their guidance is any kind of pullback energy, or give yourself that space and time to look at something objectively from a distance, because opportunities, this is a fox, and a fox is all about opportunities that are fated and destined for us. Anything that's for us will not go past us. Allow people to walk away and to get an objective distance and to do what they need to do, because what is fated will come. It will come right to you, just like these stars. So you simply can't lose. And so there's that feeling, because this was an angel advice and guidance, and that's the guidance. And they are saying it's time to go. It's time to act. It is time, because this was the door that's going to open. It is time to. And we want to clean up our messes. We want to clean up the energy so we can move forward into a nice, clean, energetic space. So this was a pretty interesting